to our major story of the day. The military operation and the activities of IPOB in the southeast in Nigeria is getting everyone talking. But what is obviously more disturbing is the element of misinformation and the spread of hate messages. A alleges B, B alleging A. Online, offline, the debate is rife with many apportioning blames. Those preferring the way out are quite scanty. In Rivers, 32 members of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB were arraigned by the Rivers State Commander of the Nigerian Police Force for the alleged clash between IPOB members and some residents of Oyibo local government area of the state. The suspects, according to the Commissioner of Police in the state, Zaki Ahmed, were arrested for allegedly causing the breach of peace and destroying properties and also killing a police sergeant during the crisis. Today, there was an incident of arson in Abia. A police station was burned. In Kaduna, the government there is says there is no reason for panic, especially for Igbos who live there. In Jos, there is a report of violence. Now, let's discuss this disturbing trend. I have with me in our Abuja studio a regular analyst on Channels Television, a lawyer based in Abuja, the nation's capital, Mr. Daniel Bwala, and also the public relations officer of the Nigerian Police Force, Mr. Moshood Jimoh. They both join us from our Abuja studio. Let's get the conversation started, shall we? Let's begin with you, Mr. Moshood. The Inspector General of Police was at the presidential villa earlier today. What is the decision of the president? Is it that the soldiers are to leave the streets of Abia, and when will that happen?
Thank you so much. I'm not in position to comment about whatever the president is going to say or what the president has said. But on the side of the police, since I speak for the police force, we have increased our deployment to Abia State and equally all the South-East State and the South-South State to ensure that Nigerians are allowed to go about their lawful business without any hindrance and without any fear of apprehension. In the earlier hours today, our station at Arera Market was attacked and razed down, though we don't record any loss of life because the policemen repelled the attack. But normalcy has since been restored and investigation has commenced into that act. And we want people in the southeast, equally the indigenes and people that are equally not from the area, that they should be very sure of their security because we have done enough development to continue to protect them. Outside that, we want to implore on the traditional rulers and the opinion leaders and religious groups to equally prevail on them to see reason why they should allow peace a chance, because whatever is the eventuality of causing disturbance of public peace is not going to pay anybody. We are hope and doing normalcy has been restored in both Abia and Uma here. We are going to ensure that we key into this to ensure that we sustain the present peace that we are having. So as we speak, everybody is going about its lawful business except for about where the curfew imposed by the state government is strictly being enforced. So for now, there's no any cause for any apprehension around the area.
We understand that right now that there is a new commissioner of police in place in Abia State. In the middle of all of this, with the arson case that we saw in the police station there, definitely the police must have a new strategy in handling this case. What exactly is the new approach of the police on this matter?
Thank you so much. It will not be appropriate for me to sit down here and begin to tell you our modus operandi, probably the strategy we are going to adopt. But I've just spoken with the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 9, Uma here, before I entered the studio. He's currently have deployed the strategies to be enforced, and it's working for us. So changing the Commissioner of Police is shouldn't be what people should be thinking that it's not appropriate. The change have been effected even far before now. This to bring new impetus into crime prevention and control in that area as regard this group that have been causing disturbance of people's activities within the area of the operation. So we are working in synergy with other security agencies to ensure that we sustain the protection of life and property in the area.
Reinforcement, that is, do you have in place now? You said that there's going to be a reinforcement to Abia State and some other Southeast region. How many are you looking at?
Thank you so much. I only said reinforcement has been done and more is being added. As at last week, more deployment of police mobile force have been done for effective operation of our crime prevention strategy and to ensure that people are in peace. It won't be appropriate to begin to let you know that this is the actual number. But more mobile units have been deployed across other locations in the country to Abia State, to Anambra State, to other Southeast states. You know, Anambra very soon will be going to governorship and House of Assembly election. This is to ensure that criminal elements are removed from the street before the election. And more other strategies are being adopted as we speak. And as we speak, situation is calm, and more deployment have been done on the street, and more personnel of the force, especially those who are directly involved in discharge of core police duty, and in ensuring that there's law and order, especially equally those responsible for quelling riot are being deployed to Abia State and the neighboring states in the southeast.